Welcome to For Real and welcome to the monthly news moto. It's November and today's ride takes us further out along Road 64 towards the magnificent Bang Malay Temple. If you haven't been out this way, it's a very pretty area with loads of roadside villages and picturesque scenery. Here's a map so you can see where we are. At this point, we're about 50 kilometres northeast of Siem Reap town. Thanks so much to those of you who've been watching our recent videos where we take you to areas within Siem Reap that are not often shown on YouTube. With these videos, we're trying to provide a more rounded view of what it's like to live here. Hopefully you're finding them interesting. Have a look if you haven't seen them yet. I'll leave links at the end. At For Real, we donate the money we earn from YouTube to charities in Cambodia. It makes us very happy to be able to give something back to the Cambodian people through long-standing organisations who work alongside local communities. You are helping us to do this just by watching our videos, so thank you. Our donation total is on screen now, and we'd like to give a big shout out to our community partners Heartprint and Reach. Links to their websites are in the description of this video if you'd like to learn more about what they do. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We also now have Buy Me a Coffee, and you can access that link in the description of our videos as well. Okay, now the formalities are finally out of the way, let's get into the news. Today is Wednesday, the 6th of November, and today we look at travel trends for 2025. We'll also look at even more direct flights that will connect Cambodia with different parts of the world. Is there going to be a slice of Canada in Phnom Penh soon? And will new developments lead to cheaper electricity for us aircon-loving expats? First up in our bulletin, we look at two recent reports from travel industry giant Skyscanner. They're in a unique position where they can track where people are from and the destinations they're searching for. This creates a lot of data about different destinations and can shed light on what's trending and what's not. According to Skyscanner, Siem Reap was ranked third in the list of 2025 trending destinations for UK travellers. So, which places came in ahead of Siem Reap? Reggio Calabria of Italy topped the list, followed by Tartu of Estonia. Baltimore in the United States of America, Portsmouth in Dominica, and Cordoba of Spain came in 4th, 5th and 6th respectively. Norway, the Philippines, Germany and India rounded out the top 10. But that's only travellers from the UK. Skyscanner recently released the data for Australian travellers as well. I was surprised to see that Siem Reap Cambodia is not only sitting at the top of the list, it is far, far ahead of its next competitor. Interest in Siem Reap as a destination for Australian travellers using Skyscanner has increased by a staggering 529%. Second place on the list goes to Krabi in Thailand with an increase of a comparatively small 141%. The Skyscanner website says, we analysed tens of thousands of data points to understand what's trending and why. It's clear that smaller alternative destinations are growing in popularity with Australian travellers who are looking to explore beyond the mainstream in Europe and further afield. I'd be interested to know what in particular has sparked this surge in interest in Siem Reap, because whatever it was, it's working. Let's do more of it. In more flight news, Indigo, India's leading low-cost carrier, is set to commence direct flights to Cambodia from February next year. Two routes will be introduced. The first will connect New Delhi with Phnom Penh, and the second will connect Kolkata, India's third largest city, to Siem Reap. In June this year, Cambodia Angkor Air launched direct flights to India 4 times a week. A memorandum of understanding that paves the way for direct flights to the Middle East and Europe has also recently been signed. We don't want to forget our Canadian friends in all of this excitement, though. We have something for you as well. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has confirmed plans to establish a new embassy in Phnom Penh to strengthen bilateral relations between Canada and Cambodia. This was announced at a press conference at the ASEAN Summit that was recently held in Vientiane. Trudeau also revealed plans to send a trade delegation to Cambodia to boost bilateral trade and expressed optimism about the future of Canada-ASEAN trade relations, particularly with the upcoming ASEAN-Canada Free Trade Agreement. Now we have an electrifying story that will hopefully lead to a positive outcome for expats living in the Kingdom of Wonder. A senior official of the Ministry of Mines and Energy highlighted that the government of Cambodia is taking huge strides to meet the ambitious goal of achieving 70% of renewable electricity by 2030 and net zero by 2050 a reality. Clean energy not only brings environmental benefits, but it also presents significant opportunities for accelerating economic growth, creating jobs, and promoting prosperity. The transition to green energy is critical in the context of Cambodia's graduation from least developed country status by 2029. A range of initiatives will be brought in, including promoting the use of green energy for businesses, developing an electric vehicle roadmap, and supporting the development of solar mini-grids in rural areas to ensure accessible electricity for all. We hope that renewable energy will also be less expensive than carbon fuel, meaning that electricity will become cheaper. As you probably know, the cost of electricity in most apartments is 25 US cents per kilowatt hour. It is one of the few things that is more expensive in Cambodia than it is in the West, or at least on a par, depending on the country that you're from. Speaking of money, the Royal Government of Cambodia and the National Bank of Cambodia have issued a sub-decree and announced the introduction of a new 200,000 Riel banknote in the Kingdom of Cambodia. This announcement was made in late October to mark the 20th anniversary of King Norodom Sihamoni's coronation. On one side of the new note, we can see His Majesty King Norodom Sihamoni, King of the Kingdom of Cambodia, along with the Queen Mother. There are also some nagas and a silhouette of Angkor Wat. On the other side, we see His Majesty King Norodom Sihamoni bent to the task of signing a document. Some of the images of sculptures featured on the note are from Bante Samray Temple in Siem Reap. 200,000 Riel is approximately $50 US, and this is the largest denomination note available. Previously, the 100,000 Riel note was the largest. Staying in Siem Reap now, we are pleased to report that the Angkor Eye will be reopening on the 9th of November. It has been dormant for a while, and it's good to see that it will be having a further run over the coming high season. On the opening day, there will be 2 sessions, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and from 3 to 8 p.m. From the 10th of November until the end of April next year, visitors will be able to ride the eye from 2 to 8 p.m. If you time your visit with precision, you could even catch a sunset from the top of the eye. Next up, we have an Only in Cambodia story. Donut and waffle sales are about to tank because big belly police officers have been ordered to slim down. The Interior Minister made the announcement during a meeting where he ordered overweight officers to not work outside, especially policing traffic and on law enforcement operations. He added that from now on, the police unit must make overweight officials work in the office, but those who want to work outside must exercise, lose weight, and look appropriate. However, a ministerial spokesperson said that the number of overweight police officers is small. He explained that the minister requires police to at least look the part in the eyes of the public, fit and able to perform their role. Police with big bellies are unable to perform their jobs because they move slowly. The officers have been given the option to diet, exercise and lose weight, and this measure is not an attempt to punish them. You might be interested to know that for national police recruitment, male candidates must be at least 1.7 metres tall, while female candidates must be at least 1.65 metres. The ministry plans to change the minimum height requirement for both male and female candidates wishing to join the National Police, effective from next year onwards, but I'm not sure if the minimum height is going to go up or down. And now we have some good news. The government will utilise over $26 million donated by more than 720,000 people to construct a new 250-kilometre border ring road and clear landmines in Mondulkiri and Ratnakiri provinces. The project is expected to be completed within 30 months. Donations were being accepted from the public between the 22nd of August and the 31st of October, with the purpose of creating additional infrastructure along the border. Of the 250 kilometres, 147.42 kilometres are in Mondulkiri province and 102.58 kilometres in Ratnakiri province. And in a little bit more good news, a new hospital has opened in Runta Ek city in Siem Reap province. In case you don't know, Runta Ek is the new city that was built to accommodate the people who previously lived inside the Angkor Archaeological Park. Now the local authorities are recruiting people to work in the hospital, providing much needed employment for people living in the new city. I'm sad to say that brings us to the end of the November News Moto. You're now up to date with all of the most important events in the kingdom. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a great month, and we'll see you very soon.